in a sense, we have opened. And that's a dangerous setup because it leaves the room open for the wrong policies to be implemented.
The outlook, vision, and role of the Ministry of Youth must be standardized before looking to the future to implement and manage other national youth programs such as the IMANI. Minister with responsibility for youth, sports, and culture, Ron Redded, says the ministry currently lacks the capacity and specialized skills required to elevate young people from poverty in some instances to a state of empowerment.
So, one of the things we have looked at is the role and purpose of the Ministry of Youth. How would we position the Ministry of Youth in the context of a transformation agenda? What are the elements that are required? And we've looked at 4 of these elements. I'm not at liberty to mention at this moment, but it is something that we are looking at to see how we'll bolster those 4 elements. And by and large, it will open up the channels and, help to shape the policy in the direction it ought to go for our young people.
Noting the lack of a clear policy for youth development in Grenada, Minister Redded impresses that going forward, a policy of incorporating specialized guidance and advice will be a major mandate.
So that when we talk about youth development, we are not talking about it just purely from a political standpoint, but we are dealing with the issue as professionals so that we could get the best result in the long run. So, for example, the whole question of the National Youth Council. What we are going to do different at the Ministry of Youth is that I, in short order, will announce the implementation of a national body of young people who would be able to advise on national policies. They will review the national youth policy, etc. So it's not going to be a case in point where the ministry or government believes it knows everything, but we are going to be working with the young people and again incorporating the professionals to be a part of this new thrust of our development.
Highlighting the plan to implement youth councils nationally, the youth minister explains the vetting process.
Essentially, it will vet itself. There are a group, or well, I would say a vast majority of brilliant young people in science and technology, education, community service, etc., who can contribute to our national policy shaping and can contribute ultimately to the development of the youth. So I am clear that it will help to open the door somewhat and bring people in. It will be a great help in this instance.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.